Hello friends, welcome back in a Rose project. This project is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College Karad. My name is Jagtap Yasar. My subject is physics. Currently, we are discussing a chapter oscillations. In the previous lecture, we had discussed about amplitude, frequency, time period, reference circle method and phase of SHM. Now today's lecture we are going to discuss about graphical representation of SHM and composition of two SHM having the same period along the same path. The first point is graphical representation of a SHM. There are two types whenever the particle starts from mean position and another type is particle starts from extreme position. The first point is particle performing SHM starts from mean position. We know that the equation of the displacement of a particle starting from mean position toward a positive direction is x is equal to a sine omega t. For the expression for the velocity is v is equal to dx divided by dt is equal to a cos a omega cos omega t, and acceleration is a is equal to dv divided by dt is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t. Now the first point is graph for displacement or the graph of displacement. Consider the time initially 0, t divided by 4, capital T means periodic time divided by 4, t divided by 2, 3t divided by 4 and t. Okay. Now first of all we discuss about the phase omega t. Okay. We know that omega is equal to 2 pi divided by t, 2 pi divided by t multiplied by 0, that is 0. Omega is nothing but 2 pi divided by t, 2 pi divided by t multiplied by t divided by 4, t gets cancelled, 2 divided by 4, that is we can write here 2, that is phase is pi divided by 2. The another point is phase is nothing but omega t means omega means 2 pi divided by capital T multiplied by small t, putting the small t as a t divided by 2, 2 gets cancelled, t gets cancelled, we can write here pi. Now the third point is putting the value of small t is 3t divided by 4 here and omega is 2 pi divided by t, calculating we can write here 3 pi divided by 2. Okay. Similarly, putting the value of small t as a t in this equation and omega is equal to 2 pi divided by capital T gets cancelled with each other, phase becomes 2 pi. Similarly, putting the value of small t, that is 5 capital T divided by 4 in a phase formula, we can write here omega is equal to 2 pi divided by t, t gets cancelled 2 and this 4 cancel with each other, remaining term is 2. Finally we can write here phase omega t is equal to 5 pi divided by 2. Okay. Now we know that the equation of a displacement x is equal to a sine omega t. Okay. Omega t is nothing but phase, putting the value of 0, sine 0, 0, therefore a multiplied by 0 is 0, x is equal to 0. Initially x is equal to 0. Okay. When time becomes t divided by 4, phase becomes pi divided by 2, putting the value of pi divided by 2, a sine pi divided by 2, sine pi by 2, this is nothing but sine 90, sine 90 is 1, so we can write here x is equal to a. When the time is t divided by 4, x is equal to a. This is the mark, x is equal to a. Okay. Now next, putting the value of pi is here, sin pi 0, 0 multiplied by a 0, so this equation becomes 0. This is the point. Whenever the time is t divided by 2, point is 0. Okay, putting the value of 3 pi divided by 2, 3 pi divided by 2, that is sin 270. Sin 270 minus 1 into a, that is minus a. So we can write here minus a is here when the time is 3t divided by 4. Now the fifth point, putting the value of t and the phase is 2 pi, sin 2 pi, that is sin 2 pi is 0, 0 multiplied by a 0, that is equation becomes 0, x is equal to 0. When the capital time is capital T, displacement is 0, putting the value of 0 is here. Okay, and the final point is 5t divided by 4, then the phase is 5 pi divided by 2, that is we can write here sin 5 pi divided by 2, that is 2 pi plus pi by 2, and sin 2 pi plus pi by 2 is sin pi by 2, and sin pi by 2 1, therefore 1 multiplied by a, that is a, so we can write here x is equal to a. When time 5t divided by 4, x is equal to a, and connecting all these points we get a displacement curve for the particle starts from mean position. Now the next point is graph of velocity. The value of the phase is same here. Okay, putting the phase value in this equation, we can write here omega t. Putting the value of omega t is 0, sin 0, 1, that is a omega plus a omega. Therefore, velocity is plus a omega when the time is 0. Now the next point, when the time is t divided by 4, I repeat, when the time is t divided by 4, the phase becomes pi divided by 2. Okay, therefore that is pi by 2. Cos pi by 2, 0. 0 into a omega 0. Therefore, when the time is t divided by 4, velocity is 0. Now the next, putting the phase as a pi, cos pi minus 1, cos pi minus 1 minus 1 into a omega minus a omega. Here is term is t divided by 2. At the time t divided by 2, the velocity is minus a omega, that is here term is minus a omega. Okay, so next point is putting the value of 3 pi divided by 2. Cos 3 pi divided by 2 is 0. 0 into a omega 0, that is velocity becomes 0 when the time is 3t divided by 4, and the point is here. So now the next point is at the time capital T, means periodic time, phase becomes 2 pi cos 2 pi, that is cos 360, that is 1. So 1 multiplied by a omega 1, we can write here a omega. This is nothing but a omega point is here. Okay, so finally 5t divided by 4. When the time is 5t divided by 4, the phase is 5 pi by 2, and 5 pi by 2 is nothing but 2 pi plus pi by 2, that is pi by 2 cos pi by 2. I repeat, cos pi by 2, 0. Therefore, at time 5 capital T divided by 4, the velocity is 0. This point is here. And connecting all this point, we get a velocity of a graph of a velocity for a particle performing simple harmonic motion starts from mean position. Now the next graph of acceleration. We know that when the particle starts from mean position, the equation of the acceleration is A is equal to dv divided by dt is equal to minus a omega square sin omega t. When the time is 0, the phase becomes 0. Putting the value of 0, omega t is the phase, value of omega t is 0, 0 into sin 0, sin 0, 0, 0 multiplied by minus a omega square, this is nothing but 0. That is, when the time is 0, acceleration is 0. When the time is t divided by 4, phase becomes pi divided by 2. Putting the value of the phase, pi divided by 2 sin pi by 2, 1. 1 multiplied by minus a omega square, that is acceleration becomes minus a omega square. This is the here, okay, and the point is here. Now the next, when the time is t divided by 2, the phase becomes pi, sin pi 0, therefore acceleration becomes 0. The acceleration is 0 when the time is t divided by 2. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the phase becomes 3 pi divided by 2, sin 3 pi divided by 2 is minus 1 multiplied by minus a omega square, that is equation becomes a is equal to plus a omega square. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the acceleration is a omega square. This is point is here. This point is here. Okay. Now the next, when the time is capital T, the phase becomes 2 pi sin 2 pi 0, 0 multiplied by minus a omega square 0, that is acceleration is 0. That is, when the time is capital T, acceleration becomes 0. The point is here. Now the next, when the time is 5t divided by 4, the phase becomes 5t divided by 2. Putting the value of 5 pi divided by 2, putting the value of omega t is, that is the phase of 5 pi divided by 2, we get sin pi by 2, and sin pi by 2 1 multiplied by minus a omega square, that is 1. Finally we can write here a is equal to minus a omega square, that is when the time is 5t divided by 4, acceleration is minus a omega square. Joining all this point, we get the graph of the acceleration when the particle starts from mean position. Now the next point is conclusion from the graphs. These are the some graphs of the displacement, velocity and acceleration when the particle starts from mean position. The first conclusion is displacement, velocity and acceleration are SHM are periodic function of the time. That is, after equal interval, the displacement, velocity, acceleration graphs repeat its original nature. The displacement and the acceleration curves are sine curve, whereas velocity curve is cosine curve. The phase difference between the displacement and velocity is pi by 2 radian, whereas phase difference between the velocity and acceleration is pi by 2 radian. Therefore, the phase difference between the displacement and acceleration is pi radian. All curve represents same path after the phase of 2 pi radian or after the time capital T. Now the next graph, when the particles performing the SHM starts from the extreme position. We know that when the particle starts from extreme position, the equation of the displacement x is equal to a cos omega t. Equation of the velocity is v is equal to minus a omega sin omega t. Equation of the acceleration is a is equal to minus a omega square cos omega t. Now the first graph of the displacement. We know that the equation of the displacement x is equal to a cos omega t. When the time is 0, the phase, that is omega t, is 0, cos omega t 0, cos 0, 1 multiplied by a, that is a, we get displacement a. The a point is here. Now the next point. When the time is t divided by 4, the phase is pi by 2, cos pi by 2 0, 0 multiplied by a, 0, x is equal to 0. That is x is equal to 0. The point is here. When the time is t divided by 2, the phase becomes pi. Cos pi minus 1 into a, that is minus a. Therefore, when the time is t divided by 2, displacement is minus a. When the time is t divided by 2, displacement is minus a. The point is here. Now the next. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the phase becomes 3 pi divided by 2. 3 pi divided by 2, cos 3 pi divided by 2 is 0. 0 multiplied by a, 0. So we can write here x is equal to 0. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the displacement is 0. The point is here. Now the next. When the time is capital T, the phase is 2 pi. Cos 2 pi, 1 multiplied by a, that is a. So when the time is t, displacement is a. The point is here. Now the next. When the time is 5t divided by 4, the phase is 5 pi divided by 2. 5 pi divided by 2, this is nothing but the 2 pi plus pi by 2. So cos 2 pi plus pi by 2, nothing but cos pi by 2, cos pi by 2, 0. That is a multiplied by 0. When the time is 5t divided by 4, the displacement is 0. We can write here. The point is here. So connecting all these points, we get the nature of the graph of a displacement where the particle starts from extreme position. Now the next graph is graph of velocity. We know that when the particle starts from extreme position, velocity v is equal to minus a omega sine omega t. Putting the value of phase, that is when the time is 0, the phase is omega t is 0, 0, sine 0, 0. That is velocity becomes 0. So the point is here. Now the next, when the time is t divided by 4, the phase is pi divided by 2, sine pi by 2, 1 multiplied by minus a omega, that is 1, that is minus a omega. So when the time is t divided by 4, the velocity becomes minus a omega. The point is here. When the time is t divided by 2, the phase is pi, sine pi 0, 0 multiplied by minus a omega, that is 0. So we can write here, when the time is t divided by 2, the phase is pi and velocity is 0. So the point is here. Now next, when the time is 3t divided by 4, the phase is 3 pi divided by 2. 3 pi divided by 2, sine 3 pi divided by 2, that is sine 270, sine 270 minus 1 multiplied by minus a omega, that is plus a omega. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the velocity is a omega. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the velocity is a omega. The point is here. Now when the time is capital T, the phase is 2 pi, sine 2 pi 0, 0 multiplied by minus a omega, 0. Velocity becomes 0. The point is here. Okay. So connecting all these points, we get the nature of the graph of the velocity when the particle starts from extreme position. Now the next point is when the particle starts from extreme position, the value of the or equation of the acceleration a is equal to minus a omega square cos omega t. When the time is 0, the phase becomes 0, acceleration cos 0, 1, acceleration is minus a omega square. The point is here. When the time is t divided by 4, the phase becomes pi divided by 2, cos pi by 2, 0, 0 multiplied by minus a omega square, 0. Therefore, the velocity becomes 0. The point is here. When the time is t divided by 2, the phase is pi, cos pi minus 1 into minus a omega square, that is a omega square. Therefore, acceleration becomes a omega square when the time is t divided by 2. When the time is t divided by 2, acceleration is a omega square. When the time is 3t divided by 4, the phase becomes 3 pi divided by 2. We know that cos 3 pi divided by 2 is 0. 0 multiplied by minus a omega square, 0. Therefore, acceleration becomes 0 when time is 3t divided by 4. The point is here. When the time is t, the phase becomes 2 pi. The acceleration becomes minus a omega square. The minus a omega square term is here. So connecting all these 3 points, we get nature of the graph of a acceleration when the particle starts from extreme position. The conclusion from the graphs, this is the nature of the graph of the displacement, velocity and acceleration when the particle starts from extreme position. The conclusion is displacement, velocity and acceleration of the SHM are periodic function of time. The displacement and acceleration curves are cosine curves, whereas the velocity curve is the sine curve. The phase difference between the displacement and velocity is pi by 2 radian, whereas the phase difference between the velocity and acceleration is also pi by 2 radian. Therefore, the phase difference between the displacement and acceleration is pi radian. All curve repeats same path after phase of 2 pi radian and time of capital T. Now the second point of today's lecture is composition of two SHMs having the same period and along the same path. Consider the two SHM of equation. First SHM x1 is equal to a1 sine omega t plus phi 1 and second SHM is x2 is equal to a2 sine omega t plus phi 2, where a1 and a2 are the amplitudes, phi 1 and phi 2 are the initial phase of the two SHMs, x1 and x2 are the displacement in time t. Omega is the same, that is angular frequency is same in both SHM. Therefore, the resultant displacement by the principle of superposition, we can write here x is equal to x1 plus x2. So x is equal to a1 sine omega t plus phi 1 plus a2 sine omega t plus phi 2. We know that sine a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Using this equation, we can write here x is equal to a1 sine omega t plus omega t into cos phi 1 plus cos omega t sine phi 1 plus a2 in bracket sine omega t cos phi 2 plus cos omega t sine phi 2. Multiplying a1 inside the bracket, we can write here a1 sine omega t cos phi 1 plus a1 cos omega t sine phi 1. Multiplying a2 inside the bracket, we can write here a2 sine omega t cos phi 2 plus a2 cos omega t sine phi 2. Taking the sine omega t common from the first term and third term, we can write here sine omega t a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2 plus taking the cos omega t common from the second term and fourth term, we can write here cos omega t in bracket a1 sine phi 1 plus a2 sine phi 2. We define a new term such that a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2 is equal to r cos delta and a1 sine phi 1 plus a2 sine phi 2 is r sine delta. Putting equation number 6 and equation number 5 in equation number 4, we can write here x is equal to sine omega t r cos delta plus cos omega t r sine delta. Taking the r common, so we can write here r in bracket sine omega t cos delta plus cos omega t sine delta. Okay, as we know that sine a cos b plus cos a sine b, this is nothing but sine a plus b. So we can write here x is equal to r sine omega t plus delta. This is the equation of resultant SHM with resultant amplitude is capital R and resultant phase is delta. Now the next, for the resultant amplitude, squaring and adding equation number 5 and equation number 6, we can write here, we know that a plus b bracket square is equal to a square plus b square plus twice ab. Using same here, we can write here a1 square plus cos square phi 1 plus a2 square plus cos square phi 2 plus twice a1 a2 cos phi 1 cos phi 2. Same for the second bracket, we can write here a1 square sin square phi 1 plus a2 square sine square phi 2 plus twice a1 a2 sine phi 1 sine phi 2 is equal to, taking the r square common, we can write here r square in bracket cos square delta plus sine square delta. Now taking the a1 square common from the first term and fourth term, we can write here a1 square in bracket cos square phi 1 plus sine square phi 1. Similarly, taking the common a2 square from the second term and fifth term, we can write here a2 square in bracket cos square phi 2 plus sine square phi 2 plus, taking the twice a1 a2 common from the third term and sixth term, we can write here twice a1 a2 cos phi 1 cos phi 2 plus sine phi 1 sine phi 2. We know that cos square a plus sine square a is equal to 1. Using this formula in this equation, we can write here finally a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2. We know that cos phi 1 cos phi 2 plus sine phi 1 sine phi 2, this is nothing but cos phi 1 minus phi 2, okay, is equal to r square. So taking the square root, we can write here for the resultant amplitude r is equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2 cos phi 1 minus phi 2. There are some special cases. The first case is when the phi 1 minus phi 2 is equal to 0, that is cos 0 1. Resultant amplitude becomes a1 plus a2 bracket square, taking the square roots. So square and square roots gets cancelled. We can write here a1 plus a2. If a1 a2 both are the same, that is a1 is equal to a2 is equal to a, the resultant amplitude becomes r is equal to twice a. When the phi 1 minus phi 2 is equal to pi cos pi minus 1, the resultant amplitude becomes a1 square minus a2 square, a1 minus a2 bracket square, and square root and square gets cancelled with each other. We can write here a1 minus a2. If a1 a2 both are the same, then resultant amplitude is 0. Now third case, if the phi 1 minus phi 2 is equal to pi by 2 cos pi by 2 0, we get resultant amplitude r is equal to a1 square plus a2 square. If a1 a2 both are the same, then resultant amplitude r is equal to under root 2a. Now for the resultant phase, dividing equation number 5 and equation number 6, we can write here sine divided by cos tan, r gets cancelled. So we can write here tan delta is equal to a1 sine phi 1 plus a2 sine phi 2 divided by a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2. So resultant phase delta is equal to tan inverse of a1 sine phi 1 plus a2 sine phi 2 divided by a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2. This is the resultant phase, that is initial phase. Okay. Thank you very much.